Valorant Ranked is kinda screwed up right now. There's trolls everywhere, and high elo players are dealing with win traders who are throwing their games for crypto bets. But one man has had enough. Tarik just made his own server for top players and streamers to play in peace. But will it save Ranked? So it's no secret that Ranked in NA Valorant is pretty bad right now. High elo pros and streamers are stuck queuing with and against a bunch of trolls. And then there's the crypto bettors that I talked about a couple weeks ago. They're still win trading their way into high elo, getting into streamers' matches, and then placing bets and throwing to make sure that they make their money. And after that, Tarik began talking about creating a Pro 10 server so players can avoid all this bullshit.
What am I trying to achieve with this Pro Hub? I'm trying to achieve all the top best players in NA playing together in customs so that we don't have to deal with the drama of ranked, and that the level of play is higher.
That clip was from over 2 weeks ago now, and since then he's been working behind the scenes to get everything set up. And this past weekend, we finally saw his idea come to life.
One more, Jen.
I'm 1 HP. Good swing, it's steal, don't worry.
Beautiful.
That's who said that? Nah, it's okay.
Tarik calls the server Pro City, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. Viewers get to see some of the best players in NA compete against each other in custom matches where they get much better practice than they would in ranked. And if you're wondering how exactly these players are invited or how they can apply to join the server, then luckily Tarik provided more info on that front.
This is direct invites.
Yeah, you do.
And then this is how do you apply to join. The applications are not up yet, but this will be like, you have to meet one of these to apply.
Which one?
So anyone playing for a partnered team, a challengers roster, or a tier 1 org are automatically invited, which is great because we even get to see Game Changers players like Floor pop the off. And once the application process does open up, we'll see more pros and high elo content creators who meet any of the 3 criteria that Tarik listed. Although Tarik seems to be the mastermind behind all this, he's not the only one who decides who gets in. That decision ultimately lies with the council.
And the council is not known by anyone, so that way they can't get harassed. So it's me and 6 other people that will make those decisions. And then if people get reported, basically the council will vote eventually if someone gets enough reports on their removal.
Pro City has only hosted matches for a few days now, but everyone loves it, especially the pros.
The Pro City 10-mans are literally everything that we've wanted in ranked. It's not too serious that like you can just show up, you have to do like server work and come up with this insane strats to be able to like bring to every game, but there is this level of teamwork and this environment that helps simulate real match experience. And I think it's also just really fun to play and like get a sense of like, okay, this is what like just 5 people with just good fundamentals play like.
Now, as great as Pro City is, the question still remains. When will Riot fix ranked? Tarik basically just went and created his own version of League's Champions Queue because ranked is just that bad. For those of you who don't know, Champions Queue is basically an official game mode in League of Legends that allows players on partnered teams and their academy rosters to play amongst each other for better practice. And now in Valorant, plenty of other players are making their own servers too, so ranked could be completely dead in high elo soon. It's been 3 months since Riot announced their new competitive game mode, but Brazil's still the only region to have tried it. And players across the world who just narrowly missed out on challengers are dying to compete. Even if Riot does ban all the trolls and crypto throwers, these players want something more, and Premier could be exactly that. The global head of Valorant esports, Leo Faria, appeared on the Wiseman podcast last week, and he did give us a bit of an update.
Premier is coming, right? And you might have heard because we did a beta in Brazil, we did some early announcements, and we think that will be really, really awesome, right? It's gonna cover that gap between ranked play and the professional league. And it's gonna give that opportunity for people who want to participate in organized play without necessarily being in the professional leagues. And are really excited. We know it's a big challenge. A bunch of games tried before to create that in-game experience. It's hard, but we're really, really excited and really encouraged.
So by the sounds of it, Premier is exactly what some of these players are looking for. Essentially a higher stakes version of ranked where they actually have a viable path back into the pro scene. Riot did give us a bit more info regarding Premier in this week's dev diary, but they still haven't mentioned any release date. But with rosters dropping like flies and players contemplating whether or not they even want to continue to pursue a career in Valorant, I think Riot really needs to implement Premier sooner than later. I think what Tarik is doing with his Pro City server is great, but I don't really see it as a permanent solution. It's a lot of fun to watch and the level of play is definitely high, but it's wild that he even had to create it in the first place. So hopefully it puts more pressure on Riot to hurry up with Premier, because right now there are a lot of great players who are ready to step away from Valorant for good. He's not the only one who decides who gets in. That decision ultimately lies with the council. The fucking council. Sounds so mysterious.
Our only desire is the true Evangelion. Its awakening will coincide with the resurrection of Lilith and usher in the time of the